Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's me, your favorite, and this is my wife.
Ru. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'll say it's your favorite couple, Ru and Tandy.
And it's your favorite, and I.
So guys, if you're new on the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you're part of us already, welcome back, and we love you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for the support that you guys are giving us. Tinotenda shukuru nechirudzi rwamai. Tinotenda siyabonga nechirudzi chekwaJoshua Qabulo Nyongolo Nkomo. Tinotenda. Yeah, so today we've got a very, very interesting topic that we're going to talk about. It's quite a little bit sensitive.
It's sensitive to him, not to me.
Yeah, she came up with the idea like we need to discuss this, but we never sat down to this topic before. So she was like, I want to see how you're going to answer your questions while we're on camera.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for it.
Okay, so guys, basically, it's about 20. This happened in 2019, sometime in 2019.
Why the dates?
I remember. Guys, panemunanoziya tsume inonzi chinokanganwa chinokanganwa idemo asi mutu haukangani. Mutu watemwa haukangani. So that's the thing. How can I forget? I mean, it's remembering without anger. If you get what I mean.
So we all remember without anger.
Exactly. So yes. We are just here to discuss about it. It might help one or two, or or it might not help, but just out of the interest, Yakuti, just talking about it with you guys, and then some of you actually get to know Guti. It's all not perfect. Some things happen. Me, my hiccups, I don't see it in life. So
don't my hiccups.
At some point, don't want to show it again. So guys, this is it. So it was in 2019.
Don't say the dates. Just
in January.
Let's just get to the story. No need to say
2019.
No, don't say
January,
the dates.
Guys,
don't say the dates.
I'm going to say
because
in January.
I don't remember my dates. Because if you put the dates, I get confused. Because I don't remember the dates. I might answer.
Don't worry, darling. I'll make you remember.
No names.
It's all right.
All right.
No names. But anyways, it was in 2019 January, and it was on the 30th of January. The issue started 18th of January. So this is it. Why did he cheat?
Why did you cheat? Who, me?
Of course, you. So
So you're asking me a question on why did I?
No, I'm not asking you.
So what are you
We're about to just narrate the story, and then maybe you can drop in a few lines.
Why
a few
are you
bars.
narrating the story?
So what are we supposed to do?
Because if you narrate the story, it's a little bit complicated, like.
No.
It feels like.
Guess what? He's scared that if I narrate the story, I narrate. Like I don't leave anything. He knows.
Alright, fine. Just try to narrate it, but without reminding me the exact details of the whole story.
No, I have to. Why not? Why not?
It's because I don't like talking about these things that happened in the past.
No, it's just talking about them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, you can narrate.
Okay. Drum roll.
Can I have some water, please?
No water for you. Okay.
Water.
So you want some water? Okay. So this was in 2019, guys, and so at some point, guys, this is what happened. In 2018, I once saw a name in Denzel's phone. So guys, it was in 2019, like I said before. So sometime in 2018, I saw a name in Denzel's phone, And for example, let's say that ona sitara kanzi war, for example. Oh boy, sitara as in war, as in world war. Oh boy. Ona sitara kanzi world war. And then you're like, we are just world war mumba mangu. You know that kind of thing, Gucci. You're just saying things out of, like from Norway, just because, So in any, I'm a person who my instinct, I always trust my guts, to be honest.
Yeah, but sometimes your guts, they get you lost.
Okay, not in this case. Not in this case. So yeah, I saw this name World War, and I'm like I'm using World War as in, but you get what I mean. So I was like, huh? It's Teragan's World War. And that time I was actually talking to one of my relatives, and they're like, Panis Teranagango, phone man, my baba ma Karakan's World War. Now when I said I couldn't World War. I mean, I'm gonna have to say one is saying, but do you know that thing? You want something. I never do papa. No shahaitika. Anyways, we continued with life and everything, and then sometime in January, Tendai started acting so weird. January of 2019, he started acting shitty weird. I knew Tendai no pizza basana 5, but he would get home kuma 10. I knew Tendai anoya anenzara, but he would get home anenge ajka. So, these are some of the things I knew about him. And believe you me, guys, I was quiet. I was a quiet person. I know most of you might not believe it. Most of you might not believe it, but confirm. Anyway, so I was a quiet person, to be honest.
Were you a quiet person in general, Karot?
In general, they say to share whole view. That's what I mean. Like I mean to say.
Yeah,
like,
but
you.
No, you almost no puss. Remember, you almost no puss. That's like on those. If I forgot, that's a lie. Bang! That's a lie. You were never quiet. And always no puss.
That's no puss.
In general, also munagapusa, also munagainyarara.
But as in kunyarara as in your noise. I wasn't like that.
You were not like that when you started staying together for the first 2-3 weeks.
No, all right.
But then you changed. Remember the other time? Let me remind you. Yeah, let me remind you. Do you remember the time when you packed your bags because na ongo misread a message song.
Guys,
when I was just late. We're not going back to the story. But you remember your reaction. That shows exactly, you were not.
It's
let's get to the story that we're discussing. Guys,
then. Message actually, I didn't misread this message. Message yakadaro, but he mistyped. Do you remember? You remember?
Okay.
You mistyped the message.
Anyway, since maybe you make a sense as a message, but
you see, guys.
But anyways, Panda it disapprove. You're not that quiet person. That's a lie, I would say.
But
that's another discussion for another day, for another video. We're gonna discuss your transitions from being Ruvimbo to being my Maka to being my wife to being Ruru.
So I know upper technically I was quiet
theater video transition.
Okay.
Women change in general.
This is not a transition.
Transition in then was one also
in January, Tendai coming back home by 10. So for the first 3 days, I don't want to lie, I would actually cook such stuff more oven, and then of which angari drama, to be honest. Like there are times I drive a caravan, like I shanda ku company kwa shanda. Kuti caravan angere company kwa shanda, but he used to have caravan and he drive a caravan. I tutana ne boys dzake dzese. Voenda kunofara. Obva akudza kuti got delayed kubasa. Obva akudza ndabva ndazongoenda pane munhu kwandaperekedza munhu. Like he was full of, all right, in short, I can safely say without kumboti chi kana kuti chi, zvinonzi murume wese anonyepa ka, but Tendai was a wild of a liar.
Relationship
I can't even, and talk one the way he was like, especially that come a period of 2019, it was so bad. So this is what happened for the first 3 days. So I had my cousin sister. So my cousin sister angane ma wines kumba kwake, ndakatotora wine and ndakutomboemwa kana kuita sena ndaisa fridge and everything. Sorry, nyaya yacho ichazomeka sense zvesvo zvandikuisa pakati. Then rimwe zuva ndobva ndatoenda kwamama, ndobva ndanona hangu mama wangu, so ndakabva ndazotenga steers. He knows I love my steers ribs. So 4th day, is it 4th or 5th? Zvese zvitendai zviri mumasake, right? Ari kuona. So Tendai was busy feeding his family with wrong information, and I can safely say wrong information. Tendai told his
No, but look, this is your version of side of the story.
No. I'm talking about Jakazo Taurwa permit discussion.
But I'm saying this is the side of your story, and so this is your belief and your side of the story.
But baby, zvakataurika wanu kato apologize.
Aiwa
kuramba. Uda kusefa, usada kunyepa.
Alright, continue pakuzobata.
Andisutomochinja chinu. I want to say it as it is. Auntie, what promise vanhu? He promised you guys.
What?
I mean, not uncensored, whatever. So anyways, so Tendai was feeding his family with information. Information like ruari kundidzinga pambedha. And then so ndichataura zvaitaura tataura result again. So Tendai akataura zvikanzi ruari kuita basa rekundidzinga pambedha ndokurara pasi. Mumba macho Tendai aisvika mumba, he would get his pillow nemamwe makusheni epasofa so and sleep pasi. Ega. Kana ndikuti ega, I mean ega. Ega. Then number 2, Tendai ndobva ruas kundibikira. He never told the family kuti ndakasvika other days.
But day 3
because I realized aidya kwamaiguru vake. Imagine. Usada kuchichenesa.
It was like a problem later. You guys, let me tell you this. When these women are saying things, because
it is what it is.
Right,
I found out kuti aitodya kwamaiguru. So when he gets home kuma 10, anenge apfuura nekwamaiguru obva adya. That's what used to happen. And he would lie. Then number 3, Tendai akabva aloka phone yake zvaasati amboita. Akaisa password. Waisagona utoguma his phone. Guys, this story ndikuti yakaitika within a period of 6 days, 6 zakatowanda nyaya dzese dzandikutaura idzi. And he was like, my personal property. This is my personal property. You don't touch. Then fast forward. So zvakazoitika this other day, I got home. actually ndiri kubasa zvanambotaura chaizvo zvekuti my instincts literally ndakangoita law ndiri kubasa and then my manager asked, are you okay, Ru? Ndikati, yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And guess what? Then he was like, just go home and get some rest. You don't look okay. And they, so I was supposed to finish work at 4:30, but on that very day I finished at 1:00. Ndakaenda kumba. Guess what? Drum roll. Drum roll. It's not what you're thinking, guys. Ndakaenda kumba. Wanike imba machira chete. Tende yanga apeka. Ansanda mbona zvakadari. Pekuti hauna kutukwa, hauna kuita sei, he packed. Komana akapfeka. Mukomana went kuChitown. Tora neine bhebhi rake. Riya randakati World Warrior. Exactly ndiroro. Bhebhi reWorld Warrior riya. Ende naro kuchitungisa. Bhebhi riya. Inini ndasvika mumba mungori ground. I don't know what's happening. Zvese zvekuzoti akatozoenda nebhebhi zvese zvakazotobuda. I think a month down the line. So on that very day, because ndakaita heartbreak, it is serious and everything, I left. Tairenta, but actually, Setindo was the first one. Then the Batabuda Navanaendo Kumba Kwedu. And then days went by. So there's this guy, aichengeta pamba ikoko. Ndiye akazotaura akati, well, kuletindo is vanga vari kunoku, varugara kunoku. But this girl anga asisiko. Akaenda, I think the first day or this, akaenda twice if I'm not mistaken, this girl. So yeah. Then mabudira akazoita nyaya ndeyekuti ini ndikutogogo wangu wakutondibvunza kuti what happened between you and Tendai. Ndikutovatsanangurira paya wanike munhu yai distant cousin. No, sorry, ndikati distant cousin ndanyepa isama yangu. I mean some distant bubblegum. I'm not really okay. I'm not related to the girl. Maybe the girl is related, to my cousins. Ndoma budira akaita nyaya. Hambo yangu urikuti chikwe. Ndikati Zvikati iwe uneshua nezera urikutaura. Ndikati mbuya ndine shua nditone evidence. And the evidence yanga asiri ma text anga asiri chi. Evidence yanga chiri chine. What was the evidence?
Ndapusa.
What was the evidence?
I just see it.
The evidence. What was the evidence?
I just see it.
You don't say that. I
just see it. Yeah.
What was the evidence?
I just see it.
Guys, what was the evidence?
What was the
evidence? Evidence. I see my text. I see. What was the evidence? What evidence? Let's say you're in a podcast and you're like, your wife, you are.
What DJ? What DJ? Today is your day. What was
the evidence? Look, because it's switch mode. Podcast. Switch. So tell us. Your wife said you cheated on her, and she said she had evidence, pure evidence that you could not even deny, as she told her aunt. What kind of evidence could she be meaning?
Some of this information we cannot disclose. But she had enough evidence. DJ Ola manikidzi munhu kudaira cha. Nah, man.
Okay, guys. As you heard, I had enough evidence. I don't want to lie to you. My gogova kamanya mai. Uskataungana tesi. Muskana zviripo akataura chokwadi chake chese. Dochimwe chokwadi chacho chakarambwa nababa. So your wife is saying chokwadi chese. Do you have any comments?
My wife, she called me here so she can torture me.
Do you have any comments?
No comment, because I'm being tortured.
No. Switch table. You are in a podcast. So are you saying your wife is torturing you by discussing about this or by asking you this very specific question?
The thing is,
Anyways, DJ Ola. Rampa. So guys, anyhow, pakaitwa ma meetings akati kuti. So this girl by this time was not married. I think by now that girl I'm married. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not part of her life. I don't know where she is. But this whole story, my tete was now involved as well. This is all within the first month of 9 Mbakwedu. My tete got involved, my parents, of course, Nanda Zugera Kumba and the likes, my siblings also, that kind of thing. But did you want to sad? Guys. Depending my son. Podcast DJ Ola. So it seems like you're a very big liar. It seems like Mamurum Komano my game. What do you have to say about my gaming? Because Chibaba man's my what do you have to say about it?
In terms of Kugieba, you believe you believe this is your side of the story, you see. That's why I said
it's not my side of the story because I'm interviewing you.
Your
wife is right beside me.
This is okay. Let's pretend she's beside me. This is the side of the story, and that's how she believes the whole scenario. Because obviously I'm on the wrong side here, so it's very difficult to give your own side of the story, especially when you're wrong.
Do you want to give your own side of the story, Chibaba? Alright, so far, Shataura.
I would go with
Shataura Mama. Pazvese zvataura mama pane chekunyepa
aya mira nditaure kachibaba. Let me say
anouri chibaba
handitiwo what my wife she's sitting beside. Let me say 70% of the story ndinodaireka
tokumbira 30% dzanyepa
30% dziri pakuti scenario yake ka zvaari kubhiliva ka ndizvo zvachena zvaari kuti
chibaba I will ask again pane zvese zvataurwa navo pane chekunyepa here? Yes or no? If yes, state. If no, forever withhold.
Chiripo vijana. No, listen.
State it. State it.
No, you know what?
I don't know anything.
I want to have a corner.
Chibaba.
DJ Ola wants to have a corner. No.
Chibaba, I repeat. Dai muri mu exam matofoira chibaba. Munoziya here.
All right.
Pane zvataurwa nachimama ru. Pane chekunyepa here? Yes or no?
Murume chaanongo atibita wese. Ndakutongo atibita. Hapa murume chaenda kutongo atibita hapana.
Takudzosera chimuti kunaru. Guys, as you can see, when Tendai was being questioned, giant question. So, anyways, fast forward. We had a lot of meetings and everything, but angakusana at that moment. And zvanisandinamboita mulife mangu panguva yacho ndanga kuti mahairstyle chaenda ichinja after 2 weeks. So mukomana aindiona, and I would make sure kuti somehow somewhere he knows what's happening in my life. Handidi kunyepa. Uyu atanga kundi second month ata we're not talking munegega ita life yake.
No, look, to make this fair, why did I cheat?
Yeah.
But to make this fair,
Chibaba takanga ukuvunza, why did you cheat?
No. Before we got there, right? And then you've said the story as it is.
I want ndaipaid. Ndaipaid.
And it. You said the story.
Kuti Tendai cheated with World War II.
Yes, I did cheat. And the story now is...
Repeat that.
I did cheat, but not that kind of cheating, but I did cheat. But, fine.
Which kind of cheating? I thought, guys.
No, look.
Cheating.
Let's.
Chibaba. I thought cheating is cheating, and you said
the problem. What's happening here is, but you're not giving me the chance to speak. You're not giving me the chance to speak. Name it. You're not giving me the chance to speak.
Okay, Chibaba.
Because I'm on the wrong side.
5 minutes, Mutauri.
All right, fine. Let's discuss this whole scenario.
Okay. Before we start discussing, can you answer the question?
Kudichi.
Why did you cheat?
I would say that, honestly speaking, I was probably maybe being selfish and I was wrong for doing that. Because
Repeat that.
I was being selfish and I was wrong for doing that.
Did you hear that?
Why?
Repeat
Because
it again.
I was being selfish and I was wrong and why? Because I was just considering my feelings.
Tissue, please.
But support. So I want to make sure that I speak my words without using a but. Probably this might help other people at the end of the day, jokes aside and stuff like that. In this situation, I was very wrong, you see. Very, 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 very wrong. And I would say I was being selfish. Why? Because I was considering my feelings in it.
Chibaba, are you in a way apologizing to your wife right now? Because as it is, I don't think you apologized properly to your... Are you apologizing to your wife in public in the year 2025 for something that happened in 2019?
Yeah, let me speak, man. Sorry, guys, we funny didn't get it. She had received a call. Funny didn't get it. So I was saying, in as much as she has said a side of the story, there's no need for me to. There's no need for me to. There's no need for me to try and make it, seem like what I did was right. It was really wrong. I was being selfish. And some of these things, these decisions that you make, it's a choice of you as an individual that sort of decision. And I think it was also the phase of growing up as well. I was still growing up, coming out from being a young man, to being a father. So that transition was a little bit difficult for me.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Then he admits now.
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult for me. So probably that's why maybe they furaumbe, like we always say. Yeah, but yeah, for him to ask you, then how have you forgiven me, or
I
have
did.
you? And how do you get the courage to discuss these things?
Podcast. Ask me again, please.
How do you get the courage to discuss these things? How do you get the courage to discuss these things?
Okay. For me, I get the courage of discussing about these things because it's just me. That's who I am. Actually, if the more I talk about something, the more like I'm just making fun of it. And like, I wouldn't want to lie. I was so disappointed. I was so heartbroken because to the extent that I went to Kumba, like we separated for about 4.5 months. I was done. But of course, Tarazo
all right.
But no, it's like, rather, why am I talking about this? It can help someone in the sense in life, and these things happen, but it's the way you work things out. And also in life, it could be a lesson to someone. If a man is to tell you whether that girl, because I remember that girl was asked, did you know he was married? Did you what? She said she knew, but Tendai had said, we're in the process of divorcing. I don't know how far true it is. Where's my microphone? Maybe you can confirm. I don't know. So in as much as that was said, I feel like the girl was supposed to also ask for that evidence. Or whether I wouldn't know. But in life, you only get to understand. I'm not saying it's going to happen to her I don't know. But I haven't forgiven the girl. I forgave you, and that's why we are together, and that's why Takatoita managed you too, and that's why we are here 6 years later. Do you know you can only have courage to talk about something? Either you're forgiven your munu, but it doesn't mean to say kuti. I don't know, guys. Maybe you should actually help me, but to be honest, to be fair, simply because at some point I haven't forgiven her because I almost hated my own daughter. Not hate her, but that thing of, if I did not get pregnant for Tendai, do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, from a point of view, that part, so a lot just happened during that time. So because Jakato affected even my daughter, she was 2018. She was 3 years by then, our first daughter. It affected her. I mean, those who understand, but understand how it affected my daughter. It could have not affected her directly because she was just 3 years. But just the fact, Yakuti, how I can't really explain. Like, it costed me a lot. Not me only, my daughter, even him. It costed him a lot. It costed my relationships akawanda, if you get what I mean. And Denzo knows, it costed a lot.
Anyways, se muna vura hombe, se muna anemskanz kwa se chibaba chibaba. We just want to say we just want to say thank you guys for watching.
Mira, usatu attenda. Chibaba. Did you hear what your wife said?
Yes, I did.
The papi pamunoti pakubatai.
panibata ndikukwesika ngukona panibata inini ndobekuti it did cost a lot ndopananyobata panibata. That's all I can say.
T 4010.
Yeah, so we want to say thank you guys for watching our YouTube video. Hopefully this will encourage someone, especially to the young ones, toziziya kuti kuita transition from not net, but as you can see on my side it did cost a lot. So I would urge you by all means not don't even try it, because it happened years and years ago,
6 years ago,
but it's to date it's still an issue where obviously we all laugh about it, but it still comes up, which means it's a lot. And personally it does stress me when we have that kind of discussion issue. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. And until guys, next time, bye-bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. We love you.